Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am joined by guest Cincere Koonce today to talk about the Bengals versus Bills matchup in the AFC Divisional Round. This has been a long anticipated matchup as these two teams right here are AFC powerhouses. To some people, the Bengals and the Bills are the two best teams in the NFL. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So here it is. Who wins? Bengals or Bills? Who you got?
I have us winning by a very close game because the simple fact is I think that we can expose Buffalo's defense consistently in the game. And I feel like in big games, Josh Allen will turn the ball over 2 times in a row. So if we can pressure him 2 times in a row and make him turn over the ball, we can steal the game.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. I mean, of course, you're a Bengals fan, so you're going to go ahead and pick the Cincinnati Bengals to win. And I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Buffalo Bills in this game. You know why? Because for one reason, they were my Super Bowl pick before the year starts, so I'm not going to go ahead and concede that. So I'm going to go ahead with the Buffalo Bills. I do agree with you, though, that this will be a close game because Josh Allen is a great quarterback. So is Joe Burrow, by the way. But Josh Allen, he seems like a man possessed. He seems like he really wants to win this championship this year. And you got to remember, the Bills are going to be playing extra hard. Why? Because of Damar Hamlin. They're going to make sure they're going to win this game for Damar Hamlin. And when you have that kind of motor right there, that's special right there. And it's going to be really hard and really contagious for the Cincinnati Bengals to go ahead and stop. I just don't see how the Cincinnati Bengals are going to beat the Bills at Buffalo. Now, if the game was at Cincinnati, I would agree with you. I would say that the Buffalo Bills would lose that game, but it's at Buffalo in the snow, and Joe Burrow, he's a great quarterback, but he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that can play well in the snow. He's not going to be a guy that can sling the rock 50 yards effortlessly. I mean, he's not talented like Josh Allen. He's talented, but he's not talented in that kind of sense. He's kind of talented in more of a sense of a Tom Brady in terms of he'll thrive from being in the pocket. Now, he can move around now, but he's not going to be able to truck people. He's not going to escape 5 defenders or throw a 60-yard pass on the run while getting chased down. So when I look at this, I think home field advantage is going to matter, and I think the Buffalo Bills are going to end up being victorious in this one.
Okay, and to your argument, I kind of agree as far as Josh Allen being kind of a better thrower than Burrow and the tangibles and all that. I get that, but at the same time, you got to think about it. Burrow is kind of more careful throwing the ball than Josh Allen is because, Josh Allen always has to go for those long slant passes and all that, and sometimes it might lead to a turnover or a mistake. So to me, I feel like Burrow would be more careful with the ball, which works for him well because it helps him eventually get in good position. But it's like with Josh Allen, sometimes he can just overthrow the ball. That's just the only thing with me.
Yeah, but I'm going to kind of give you pushback on the turnovers part. You're talking about how Josh Allen's a turnover machine at times. And I do agree with you about that. But for one, that's Josh Allen's play style. But I think Joe Burrow is not that much more careful than Josh Allen is with the football. You look at the interceptions. Josh Allen, he's thrown 14 on the year. And Joe Burrow, he's thrown 12 on the year. And when you look at what the Cincinnati Bengals have in their scheme, they're kind of more of a West Coast, more of the quick game kind of pattern. So the fact that Joe Burrow's kind of almost at the same amount of interceptions as Josh Allen, that doesn't really tell me that Joe Burrow is more careful than Josh Allen. I just wanted to correct you on that point. That being said, though, you look at the Buffalo Bills, you look at the fact that Stephon Diggs, he's an amazing receiver. Gabriel Davis, we'll see which one shows up. If they get the version that they got from last year's playoffs and Gabriel Davis, the Bills are going to be cooking on offense as far as concerned. And even the run game is starting to get going a little bit. Singletary, he's been running the ball a bit better. James Cook, he's been adding in some solid touches on the ground. And the Buffalo Bills, I'll say this, if they had Von Miller there, I would be a lot more confident in the Buffalo Bills winning this game. But for the Cincinnati Bengals fans, I bet y'all are happy that Von Miller is not playing to get pressure on Joe Burrow because you guys are pretty injured on the O-line right now. I think you guys are now in like your third string players on the offensive line. So I think that Joe Burrow, he's going to get pressured a lot. I think he's going to be pressured into a lot of sacks. He's going to make some bad decisions. I do think he will play a good game, but I think with the pressure that's going to come there to Joe Burrow, it might be a similar ending to how it ended last year in Super Bowl 56. That's why I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to go ahead and win this game. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, and I was going to say something about the O-line too because Jonah Williams being hurt is a huge downfall. Joe Burrow's going to get pressured a lot. But the thing is, though, Joe Burrow could take as much hits as he can because it's known already. So it's not like he can't handle that. And with the moment at hand, we all know Joe Burrow is ready for these type of games. So he's been in those moments before. So I feel like as long as the O-line, as long as they can protect him, at least for a good amount of possessions like that they have, he'll be able to get some plays done either way.
I mean, I see where you're coming from with that, but when you're on your third string offensive line, that's going to be tough for any quarterback they even thrive, even a quarterback like Joe Burrow. I just see the Buffalo Bills, they're getting a lot of pressure. And I understand they got the Jamar Chase factor, but you know who's going to be guarding him? Tre'Davious White. And I think he's going to do a good job. I'm not going to say he's going to shut down Jamar Chase, but I think he's going to limit him. He's going to make Jamar Chase have a bad game by his standards. And if Jamar Chase doesn't have a great game, I just don't see how the Cincinnati Bengals are going to come out on top, especially in that snow at Buffalo. Now, if it was at Cincinnati, like I said, I could see them overcoming some of the difficulties that they do have with their roster, but at Buffalo, I don't see that happening. And that's why home field advantage is such a big deal in the playoffs. It's for games like these with Bills Mafia and their fan base. I just think it's going to be a hostile environment for the Cincinnati Bengals to work in, and that's going to put them behind the 8 ball a little bit. So what do you think the final score is going to be in this one?
I think it'll be a 30-point game for each of them, so I say 34-32.
34-32 Bengals, failed two-point conversion, something like that happening at the end?
Yeah.
All right, and you seem to think that it's going to be a really close game. I seem to think that it's going to be a close game too. I think it's going to come down to a game-winning drive. But unlike you though, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Bills go ahead and convert their game-winning drive. They're going to pull a Bengals on the Bengals, and they're going to hit a game-winning field goal as time expires in a tie game. It's going to be tied 24-24 with about 3 seconds left, and their kicker Tyler Bass, he's going to nail down the game winner. It's going to be a chip shot game winner. After Josh Allen drives his team down the field, Joe Burrow won't get to touch the ball late in the game. Bills win the game 27-24. They advance to the AFC Championship game. I'm calling that right now. That's how I see this game playing out.
Okay, I respect that, and I thought about it too. Either one of the teams are going to get a late touchdown, so I'll be surprised if they do. But at the same time, I think that if we can get like a late lead and keep it that way, if we were to have 34, I feel like we can close it out.
Yeah, but I don't see how the Cincinnati Bengals are going to score that many points, especially in the snow. It's not like they're playing in the dome. Playing in snow conditions is just really hard to score a lot of points. The fact that I even said 27-24, that's a testament to those two quarterbacks being able to play as well as they will, especially in that cold weather. And I'm hearing that game could potentially be snowing. So a game of 34-32, you know, I'm not going to say it won't happen, but it's just really hard to see that happening, especially in the snow. But at the end of the day, though, you're going to go with the Bengals 34-32. I'm going to go with the Bills winning this one 27-24. But, hey, you're a Bengals fan at the end of the day. You should go with the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals, they are a good football team. But I got to go with the Bills because they were my Super Bowl pick before the year started. That's why I'm rolling with. Well, Cincere, thanks for being on the show, man. Appreciate you coming on here. All right, make sure you follow his Instagram at cincere.koonce. All right, make sure you guys go ahead and do that. I'll leave that in the description box below. The link will be in there. Again, thanks for being on the show, man.
And no problem.
Yeah, man. See ya, bro. Yup. Bye. That was Cincere Koonce that you guys just heard. All right, so he's going to declare that the Cincinnati Bengals will win this ball game by the score of 34-32. I'm going to go ahead and declare that the Buffalo Bills will win this game by the score of 27-24. I think the Bills will hit a game-winning field goal as time expires. Josh Allen's going to come through clutch for his team. When you talk about quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, they're two great quarterbacks in the National Football League. I think Josh Allen is ultimately the better quarterback in this one, and that's going to be the difference in this game. So that is why the Bills will end up being victorious in the AFC Divisional Round matchup against the Bengals. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @Dustin Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Dustin Tran and at Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter at Dustin Tran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.